Open relationships are
my trauma. Him and me, and then like a bevy of stuffed animals.
I think God put me on this earth to encounter and massage as many penises as possible. To me, open relationships are, I think, more mature than closed.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming from a place of most relationships end.
That's some trauma there.
Well, no, it's fact. The majority of marriages end.
Right.
So I just feel like obviously that's not it. If a company saw this over time, they'd be like, we got to stop with marriages and figure something else out because we're losing.
Listen, I mean, I have been in one. It did not work out. And my current relationship is closed. It's monogamous and it's working out.
How long have you been in this relationship?
9 months.
Okay. I think open relationships are the most mature versions of relationships.
It is a mature thing to get to, absolutely. But just because you're in an open relationship does not mean that you're a mature person.
Fair.
You know, like I think there's plenty of people out there who are just like, oh, I still just want to around to be non-committal.
Present.
But yeah, right. Which is like not a bad thing at all, but also like I think that there's absolutely something so gorgeous and beautiful about committing yourself to one person and seeing that through, you know, until it either changes or continues to stay because you happen to still be satiated and happy about that person. Do we think that any of this has anything to do, just spitballing here, with the fact that you're a child of divorce and I'm a child of a loving family?
Your family didn't talk to you when you came out. So I actually don't think it has anything to do with that. Your dad forced straight porn on you when you were 13. I don't think.
Yeah, he did. Damn.
You came from a better family. They just you up in a more fancy way.
It was a very fancy up.
Yeah, of course. I never saw my parents exchange love except for like maybe 2 or 3 moments in my life. There was a lot of fighting. So yeah, like I don't put a monogamous relationship as any sort of like success.
Me neither.
Because if I just wanted to be in one, I could be in one today. Today. I'm on Amazon Prime that monogamous relationship. And well,
Bezos has got nothing on
you know, sometimes they say we can have this to you by tomorrow. Oftentimes they're like, we need another day.
Yeah.
I'm like, you knew.
Monogamy versus open relationship.
Monogamy is boring, and open relationships are fun.
Open relationships are whatever. I'm in one.
How can I help? I'm the expert. 1-800-ASK-ME.
Monogamy. What is that?
I think monogamy was created by the patriarchy to own land and retain power, create lineage from straight white men. And if we all just kind of erased them out of the picture, we'd all be each other.
Every functional gay relationship that I know of that has made it 10 years plus is in some way open.
I am polyamorous and in 2 open relationships. I'm team open. For me, I am a team open relationship.
I'm team monogamy, but I think I'm team monogamy with a twist. If you sexually want something else, okay, a relationship should be more than just physical.
There's also something to me that's a little bit weird about wanting to be your partner's sole source of pleasure. That's a little strange to me.
I'm a jealous bitch, and so if we're in a relationship and you're cheating on me, I'm angry about it. But if we shook hands and said you could go that dude while I eat some Del Taco and wait for you to come home.
It's not about like who's successful in open relationships and who's successful in monogamous relationships, who's communicating. We are forced to have a lot more honest conversations. If monogamy is the only thing that's holding your relationship together, then like, what's the point?
And statistically, it is proven that people in open relationships are happier than people in closed relationships. It's literally called new relationship energy, NRE. What that creates is that feeling that everyone talks about, that spark that dies when you're in a monogamous relationship. You never lose that when you're in an open relationship. So you never lose the spark. You don't have those same problems that traditionally heterosexual couples do have. Statistically better, and I am living through them.
Sex is just sex, and it's like, sometimes, you know, you can't get everything from one person. So
My straight friends are always just like,
I wish we could be in an open relationship.
you could. Just freaking evolve. The gays have been doing it for centuries.
But like I say, I a lot of married men consensually.
I
can't believe this is only our third date.
I know. It feels like just yesterday we were playing footsie at Adam Lambert's iced coffee enema party.
Well, technically it was.
Oh, right.
But that, and then dinner, and now this, I mean, that's 3 magical dates in my book. And, you know, at the risk of freaking you out or anything, because we've only had sex 6 times, what are you looking for?
Oh.
Is that crazy? You know what? Don't answer it. Never mind. Pretend I even said anything. I'm sorry.
No. I'm glad you asked, because I think I'm looking for someone like you.
Wow, that I can't tell you what that means, because, like, I think I'm, like, ready for a relationship.
Me too. But still be open to explore
yourself
sexually in an ethically non-monogamous way that both celebrates the ever-expanding appreciation that we have for our bodies while simultaneously destroying the puritanical views our patriarchal society has on sex. Yes! Oh my god, I'm so glad you're into open relationships.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, I've had, 37 of them.
Wow. So, what are our rules?
Well, let's figure it out.
Okay, well, my main one is no sleepovers.
Okay. Elongated cuddle session shall be for you and you alone.
What about numbers?
Oh yeah, well, the average gay man hooks up with 1 to 8 guys a week, so f of x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 2 dicks. That is, what, 15 inches of penis a week?
I can deal with that.
Great.
Who knew my kink would be compromising?
Now, what about repeat offenders?
Great question. I would say no more than 3 sessions per person per fiscal quarter. Otherwise, you risk catching
Feelings, of course, yeah.
Let's talk family.
Like, you want kids?
Like, I want your cousin.
Oh yeah, cousin Matt is hot.
Okay, my client is prepared to give you blowing cousins in exchange for jerking off uncles.
What about glory holes?
While I respect their work, I'm gonna have to say no.
Water sports?
Just the jet skis, please. I mean, as long as we're together.
Anything goes. I just want to feel like my hole is being heard.
And my dick's gonna be all ears.
How did I get so lucky?
No. I'm the lucky one.
Motion to add hitting on randos for threesomes?
Motion seconded.
Get over here!
Okay, if you were a polygamist, God forbid, would you be the head honcho or one of the sister wives?
Definitely sister wives.
Same.
Definitely. I don't
Too
have
much responsibility.
So much responsibility. There's like a lot of juggling, more juggling.
Fewer balls, but they're always in the air.
Yes. I also I'm just not a smart person. Like
That's not true.
Like that. Like you have to be like I am smart, like book smart, I think, but there are people like they can just maneuver a zillion people at the same time. Like they are
like herding
narcissists
sheep.
And then also on top of that B, like they know how to manipulate multiple people at the same time, and like that I can't understand.
So are you saying all polygamous men are manipulative narcissists?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
I thrive as a sister wife.
Yeah.
Having like 2 chores and like 2 date nights.
Sure.
That sounds amazing. Like I have my own bedroom?
I don't think you do. I think you have to share it with your 9 children that you've given birth to before the age of 23.
No.
And the fact that your husband, this is polygamy.
We're
in the
doing
FLDS.
polygamy, but make it gay.
Galimity. Polygamy. Well, then can we that I feel like has a different word, which is polyamory.
No, I'm still picturing like
'Cause
alpha male meant to seed the whole village, 4 of us like bottom leaning guys.
Wild.
And he's like he's like the Liam Hemsworth, and like we're all like part of his. Is harem okay to say anymore?
I think you can say it.
I'm part of his harem.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if
and
that's
we're
the dynamic,
all leaking Liam cum at all times. Relationships, open, close.
I will die single. I love being single.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't like anybody telling me what to do.
I like mine to be closed. I don't like to be sharing who I'm talking to.
Are your
open is great, but not with people that you don't trust.
100% closed.
Always?
Always.
What about a threesome?
Not at this time.
Not at this time. We're not taking any further questions at this time.
No, it wasn't open. I think that was the main problem. It would have lasted longer if it was open.
Because you wanted her to have sex with more men.
That and the alcohol, you know.
Yeah.
I like to have fun.
Okay.
Open or close?
Close.
Never. What about threesomes?
Yeah.
So we're peeking open. The door's cracked.
The only straight person I met with an open relationship has been ugly as hell, STDs up the wazoo.
Shut the fuck up. You can't say that. You cannot say that.
I'm up because my mother was a whore.
Are your parents
I like
divorced?
the nuclear family too. I mean, I get you.
They never even married. I'm a bastard. And look how up I turned out.
Sexual contact isn't that big of a deal for me.
Sex is sex.
Sex is sex.
It's just
Why do you think that gay or queer people in general are in more open relationships?
Well, coming from my perspective, it's because we're smarter and more advanced. Because this is the thing. Queer people always do it first, and then we have to wait patiently for straight culture to catch up.
Right.
Dating apps. Oh my God. If I told a straight friend that I met someone online, they clutch their pearls. Oh my God. Gross. That you're going to get murdered. Is that even safe? Oh, I feel so bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're swiping on Tinder like their lives depend on it. Eating ass. Oh my God. I can't. Could you? Why? That's so gross.
Yeah.
Like, I could never. And now
these
girls are
little girls are eating
tongue
ass.
deep in their boyfriend's booty hole.
Sure.
Because we've had to do so much work on ourselves that we know what is actually good.
Yeah.
I guarantee open relationships will not just be for quirky straight people. Soon they're going to be common.
Yeah.
And you have us to thank.
Yeah, because I was in an open relationship in my 20s.
Darren
you can too.
He was part of the test group.
I was testing.
His test didn't go well, but
it still is a good. It's a good thing.
But yeah, I think straight people doesn't work with. Probably coming back to what you said about communication. Historically, men and women are actually incapable of having an open, honest dialogue. Like, much so to the point where I told my girlfriends that my dude wanted to have a sit down and a check-in, and they all collectively creamed their pants.
Wow.
They were like, he wanted to talk about your relationship? I was like, yeah, we famously do it all the time. Yeah. I don't think it happens as much in the straight world.
I'm going to say something really controversial, which is communication is good. And that's why I'm talking.
We're going to have to cut that out for your own sake. What are your rules?
First of all, we don't use the term rules because rules are meant to be broken, baby.
No sleepovers.
If we're not with each other, we use protection, and that we be honest about it.
The rule is, I don't know what the rules are.
So we like to call them boundaries. Because here's like what I'm comfortable with today.
Yeah, you can sleep over someone's house. You can go on dates with them if you want.
No cuddling.
I think I'm big on the no repeaters.
Kind of are no rules because we don't live in the same state.
Communication. Both parties should know you are in an open relationship. And my partner and I started our open relationship. I was not comfortable with him having a partner without me sleep over. That morning is so intimate and like...
For me, I'm just like, I don't need to know. Don't tell me. Just go have fun. As long as you're coming home to me, that's all I care about. And then it gets hot at a certain point, like hearing the details, and then I'm like, and I'm jealous stuff.
Because I tell him everything and he tells me everything. And whenever I tell him stuff, it really turns him on. And then our sex life is hotter because of it. Anytime it feels like there might be an emotional boundary beginning to cross, your job is to put that boundary up with that person, and then I tell my partner about it.
I can conceptualize you getting by somebody else, and like, it does not affect me. I don't know if I'm ready to see it. I don't find sex to be as important to me as if he watched a television show with someone else. Like, shared one of our jokes that only we know, than if he ate some guy out. Yeah, I would be so much more hurt. If he...
What hurts the most for me is it's the emotional. Because sex is just sex, but I think if it's like, you know, they go back to the same person or they're talking all the time or something, that would hurt me.
Honesty is the best policy, but honestly, lying is so horny.
Well, it was such a nice surprise meeting you tonight.
Do you want to come in?
Come in me. Yeah.
What?
Nothing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, thank you. What a gentleman.
Sorry. It is so hot right now. Summer in LA, am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, summer.
Anyway, you want to go upstairs to my bedroom?
Yeah.
I'm so happy to have met you tonight.
Me too.
It's just so rare to find something like this.
I know.
You're so handsome. What are you doing?
Kissing you?
I'm married.
Okay, aren't most people open these days?
Married and not open.
Are you serious?
Can't believe I thought you were different.
Wait, what is going on?
Literally nothing, pervert.
Pervert?
What did you think tonight was? All we did was drink a couple bottles of wine, discuss our sexual proclivities, and get in bed. I would love to know what part of that says kiss me.
Spoiler alert, none of it does.
Who are you?
His husband? What the hell were you thinking about doing with my man?
Hopefully getting railed all night.
So gross.
Disgusting.
You brought me into your bed.
It just automatically means that we're gonna have sex?
Yes!
Okay, so break it down for me. Your grandfather gets in a car accident, you have to go to the hospital, and you sit on his hospital bed. Are you jerking him off?
What?
Cannot believe you. You know I was gonna make him a frittata in the morning?
Oh, you can make it for me.
In the morning? After a night of what? Crochet?
Cuddles and breath work.
No one in the history of time has done a night of cuddles and breath work. No, this is so stupid. You were coming on to me. You were massaging my shoulders in the club bathroom.
Yeah, because you look so tense.
Because of your massive erection!
An erection is not a prelude to sex.
It kind of is.
Okay, so now you're in a library and you see a dog and it has an erection. Are you f***ing the dog?
What? No! And why is the dog in the library?
Because it's reading Marley and Me.
Speedo check.
Who are you?
I don't know, you guys. I mean, I love it, but does it feel cheap?
No. Feels amazing.
Hello? What is going on here? Are you seriously telling me that you're not okay with making out with me, but you are okay with your husband being halfway inside this guy?
Because this guy is his brother. This is my family.
Nope, I'm done. Y'all are weird. You're hot, but you're weird.
Crazy. Okay, crochet time.
Yes! But I think it is fair to say that a lot of open relationships probably start closed because you need to build trust and foundation and all of that. Which isn't to say that like I'm expecting my relationship to open up. If it does, I'd be fine with it. If it doesn't,
also fine.
Probably still fine with it.
Probably. Let's probe deeper.
Well, because right now I am like so happy and psyched and satiated, and like if it were ever to change, which I don't foresee it changing.
Well, you're 9 months in. Calm down.
I'm 9 months in, but I also I don't foresee it changing. So like,
are you the time traveler's wife?
Maybe.
So I will probably remain on the open relationship side of things.
That's so funny. Compared to the amount of sex that you actually have. But you're more of a side.
You think that because I don't get rammed in my butthole, I don't have sex.
That makes you a less sexual person? Yes.
It's not true.
Wow.
Because someone who does have anal sex might not be sucking 1 to 6 dicks a week.
The act of having sex is
Right.
being sexual.
Yes, I'm hitting a dip right now, thanks Zoloft, but I will in my life have way more sexual partners than you if you remain in this monogamous ass relationship.
I don't think you'll ever catch up to me.
Girl, we're neck and neck and I know it.
For me, open relationships are culturally, they're the future. They really are. I agree with you there. Personally, not for me, right?
That's like electric cars of the future. I'm gonna keep my diesel, but
absolutely. Yes, I can.
I'm gonna kick the tires.
Hey, this diesel truck is still running, babe. You know, why would I spend a ton of money on a nice new fancy electric car and, you know, when this current car works great.
And he has a Tesla.
I do have a Tesla.
And that's that on that.
Yeah. Bye.
The government wants to stay in our coin and in our relationship, so they're gonna promote monogamy. Of course they are. Because if everyone felt true in their power to explore their sexualities and their wants and desires and their relationships as they please, we would be like, we're never getting married. What's the point? What does the paper mean? One person with one other person for the rest of your lives? That is so limiting. That is so limiting. And it's mind-blowing to me that we expect that's the norm.